Welcome to St. Michael's Academy Betia's e-learning class of English Grammar Class 5. So today we are going to do Chapter 3 Verbs. So in this video we will do the explanation and the bookwork of this chapter. Verb. A verb is one of the most important parts of the sentence. Without verb, sentence is incomplete. It tells us a subject's actions, events, or state of being. So, it tells us what the subject is doing. It is always found in the predicate of the sentence. So, as we know, in sentence there is a subject and predicate, and in predicate we always found a verb. A verb is a word used to express an action, a condition, or a state of being. So, here verb tells us what the subject is doing. It tells us about the action of the subject. For example, the director squeezed his nose. Here, squeezed is verb. His nose is big. So here is verb. The director is squeezing his nose. Is squeezing is verb here. There are three types of verbs. First, action verb. Second, linking verb. And third, helping verb. Now we will see the action verbs. A verb that shows action is called an action verb. The action verb tells what its subject does. So, what is the function of the action verbs? Action verb tell us the action of the subject, or the action can be physical or it can be mental. For example, the farmer feeds the chickens. Here, feeds is the verb. Now, what it tells us? It tells that the subject is feeding the chickens. Second one, he likes the red rooster best. Likes is the verb here. So what he is telling about the subject? That the subject likes the red rooster best. The words are action verbs like ran, coughed, swallowed, ride, awake, sang. Now we will do some practice. Can you find the action verb in each sentence? Question number 1. The girls danced in the recital. Here, danced is the verb. Second, our mailman drove a funny car last week. Here, drove is the verb. Question number 3. His teacher wrote the answers on the board. Here, wrote is the verb. Question number 4. Alice worked on her homework last night. So here, worked is the action verb. Linking verbs. A linking verb links its subject to a word in the predicate. So what is the work of the verb? It joins the subject and predicate. Linking verb express a condition or a state of being. Linking verb does not need any main verb. It acts alone. For example, the cow is blue. So here is the verb, and it tells that the cow is of which color? It is blue. Now, there are 9 common linking verbs. Am, are, be, being, become, is, seem, was, were. So all these are linking verbs. To remember these linking verbs, use this saying. We can use a trick to learn all these common linking verbs. All boys in school work. You can see the starting alphabet of it. Here all alphabet is A, where we can learn am, are. Boys alphabet B, be, being, become. In alphabet I is school. The first alphabet S, seem, and work. The first alphabet is W, where we learn was and were. This is an easy trick to remember all these linking verbs. Helping verbs. A helping verb helps a main verb express action or precise shades of meaning. So here, helping verb always needs main verb, and it helps the main verb to express the action. The combination of one or more helping verbs is called a verb phrase. So when we use more than one helping verb, that is called verb phrase. For example, Elmir was using the computer. So here you can see the main verb and the helping verb was using. There are 23 helping verbs: may, might, must, be, being, been, am, are, is, was, were, do, does, did, should, could, would, have, had, has, will, can, shall. So these are the helping verbs. But sometimes be, being, been, am, are, is, was, were act as a main verb. And also do, does, did, have, had, has. These also sometimes act as a main verb. Other things should be keep in mind, like not every sentence will have a helping verb with the main verb. So here you can see that not every sentence have a helping verb, but they will have a main verb. When you see ing verbs such as running, be on the lookout for a helping verb also. So whenever you see ing in any sentence, there will be definitely helping verb will be there. So you have to find out helping verb in that condition where ing is used. Sometimes there is another word which separates the helping verb from the main verb. One example is not. So sometimes some words are there which separates the helping verb from the main verb. For example, in this example you can see not is there. The boy could not find his socks. So you can see that could is the helping verb and find is the main verb, and not is the word which separates the helping verb and the main verb. A sentence may contain up to 3 helping verbs to the main verb. So in many sentences you can see that 3 or 2 helping verbs is there in the sentence with the main verb. For example, the dog must have been chasing the cat. So here must, have and being are the helping verb. Chasing is the main verb here. So you can see that 3 helping verbs is being used in this sentence. So let's practice. Find the verb in each sentence. Question number 1. Hopefully it will snow this year. Will snow is the verb. Question number 2. The student asked his teacher a question. So asked here is the verb. Question number 3. Jackson is very energetic. Is verb here. Question number 4. Student in the class were really loud. Were here is the verb. Question number 5. I am confused about algebra. Am is the verb here. Question number 6. The girls sang in the competition. Sang is the verb here. Question number 7. Always do your best. Do is the verb here. Question number 8. The earth revolves around the sun. Revolves is the verb here. Now we will see the subject and verb agreement. The subject and verb in a clause should always agree in number. Here means that if the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should be plural. So it acts according to the subject. For example, Joy walks. So here Joy is the singular subject. So the verb will be singular. Walks. Joy and Maggie walk. So Joy and Maggie is a plural subject. So walk will be plural. She runs. She is a singular subject. So singular verb will be runs. They ran. So they is the plural subject. So the verb will be plural. So it will be run. Now we will see finite verb. Finite verbs are those verbs that have a definite relation with the subject or noun. These verbs are usually the main verb of a sentence and can be changed according to the nouns. It is used in present and past tense only. A definite verb, sometimes called a main verb, is a verb that has a subject and it changes with the forms of tenses. Even it can be past, present or future tense, and number, singular or maybe plural. For example, verbs appear in almost all sentences. So here, appear is a finite verb. This dog barks in the park. Barks is a finite verb here. Fred said that he enjoyed the show. So you can see said and enjoy are the verbs. My sister plays the piano. So here plays is the verb here. So now we will see the non-finite verb. These verbs cannot be the main verb of a sentence as they do not talk about the action that is being performed by the subject. So they do not have any subject and they do not change according to the tenses or the number, and they cannot be the main verb. So they do not indicate any tense, mood or gender, like the finite verb do. For example, I will continue my work later. So here continue is the non-finite verb. So here you can see that the verb is not a main verb here. We like campaigning in the woods. So campaigning is the non-finite verb and it is not the main verb here. Children are learning to swim. Learning is a verb here. The running person caused panic. Running here a non-finite verb. You need to object this. Object here is the non-finite verb here. Now we will see the transitive verbs. A transitive verb does not have a direct object. That means when the action denoted by the verb passes from the subject to some object, the verb is a transitive one. The object can be found by asking these questions. The subject did something to whom, or the subject did something to what. For example, the pilot landed the antique airplane. Airplane is the direct object that answers the question landed what after the verb landed. So by asking the two questions like whom and what, we can know easily the transitive verbs. Now we will see the intransitive verbs. Intransitive verbs are action verbs that do not have a direct object. So as we have seen that in the intransitive verb there is a direct object, but in intransitive verb there is no direct object. Linking verbs are always intransitive. So here you can see that the linking verbs are always intransitive. Intransitive verbs never answer the question who or what. So as you can seen earlier that in transitive verb we answer the question who, what or whom. But in intransitive verb we never answer the question who or what. So that means when the action denoted by the verb does not pass from the subject to an object, the verb is an intransitive verb. For example, the pilot landed carefully. So there is no direct object answering the question landed what or whom. So here landed will be intransitive verb. Let's practice. Determine if each verb is transitive or intransitive. First, hopefully it will snow this year. So here it is will snow, it is not a main verb here. So it is intransitive. Second, the student asked his teacher a question. Here asked is a main verb. So it will be transitive verb. Jackson is very energetic. It is intransitive verb. 4. Students in the class were really loud. Were here is intransitive verb. 5th, I am confused about algebra. So here am is the intransitive verb. 6. The girl sang in the competition. Sang here is intransitive verb. 7. Always do your best. So here do is transitive verb. The earth revolves around the sun. So here revolves is intransitive verb. Now we will do the bookwork of this chapter. A. Fill in the blanks with suitable verbs from the bracket. So you can see in the bracket two verbs have been given, but we have to find out the suitable verb according to the sentence. Question number 1. The twins dash a cricket ball in the park. So two verbs have been given. Water, found. So the correct verb will be found according to the sentence. B. Fill in the blanks with the opposite of the verbs given in the bracket. So you can see in the bracket the verb has been given. Now what we have to do, we have to write the opposite of that verb in the bracket. Like question number 1, Selja was tying her drawer when her eyes dashed on a photograph. Rose. So the opposite of the rose is fell. So we will write there. Likewise, all have been done for you. C. Fill in each blanks with a verb similar in meaning to the verb given in the brackets. Choose the verb given below. So in the box you can see the verbs. But in the bracket the verb is also given. What we have to do? We have to find the similar word meaning that is already given in the bracket from the box. For example, we dash a movie last night. As you can see, watched already given in the bracket. Now what we have to do? We have to find the similar meaning of that verb from that box. So the right answer will be saw. Likewise, all have been done for you. Question number D. Fill in the blanks with the suitable verb given below. So what we have to do? The verbs have been given in the box. We have to choose the correct one according to the sentence. For example, the horse dashed away at great speed. Gulped is the right answer. Second, the huge ship dashed slowly into the harbor. The right answer will be sailed. Likewise, all have been done for you. E. Circle the subjects and underline the verbs in the following sentences. So what we have to do? We have to circle the subjects and after that we have to underline the verbs. For example, a nobleman is honored in society. A nobleman will be the subject and honored will be the verb. F. Fill in the blanks with the correct verbs from the bracket. So in the bracket verbs have been given. We have to choose the correct verb. Like there dash a dark mark on your forehead. Is or are is given in the bracket. So the right answer will be is. G. Circle the subjects and underline the objects in these sentences. 1. I shot an arrow into the air. So what we have to do? We have to circle the subject. So here I is the subject. Now we have to underline the object. So we have underlined arrow. So likewise it is done for you. H. Frame a to infinitive, a bar infinitive, a ground, a participle using the verbs given below and fill in the blanks with them. So here play and practice is given. We have to use it and fill the blanks here. Everyone in our class like to play. We go practicing every day in our games period. Some of us love playing basketball. Sometimes we go to play badminton. My friend Ruku is good at playing badminton. Now we will do the I. Look at the verbs below. Make a ground from each verb and write a sentence using that ground. One has been done for you. Now we can see the verb have been given cycle and it is changed into cycling. We have put ing in it. Now we have to make a sentence from it. Cycling is the easiest way to reach the college from the hostel. Second one, eat is a verb we have changed into eating. We have put ing in it. Now we will make a sentence. Eating breakfast in morning is necessary. Likewise, all have been done for you. J. Underline the verbs in the sentences. Write whether the verbs are transitive or intransitive. So we have to first underline the verb, then we have to tell whether it is a transitive or intransitive verb. Likewise, all have been done for you. I hope you understood all the explanation and bookwork. Thank you.